Not too long ago, many believed that low kicks in MMA were ineffective. But recently, a new weapon has been changing the game: the calf kick. This technique, targeting the lower part of the leg just above the ankle, has become a major trend in modern MMA. More and more fighters are using it successfully to slow down their opponents, control the pace, and in some cases even score TKOs. In this case, we seen RDA also use the calf kick to great effect against Neil Magny at UFC 215, dropping him with a single well-placed shot before quickly finishing the fight with a submission. Another famous example is Michael Chandler, who is currently in the UFC, and back then when he was in Bellator, he had a title fight against Brent Primus. His leg was completely shut down by calf kicks. His ankle kept rolling under him, eventually costing him both the title and the fight. In another brutal showcase, the Red King Rory MacDonald took heavy calf damage in his 5-round war with Douglas Lima in Bellator in the year 2018. Despite a massive welt on his leg, he somehow made it to the final bell, just proving everybody how tough he is. Another key moment in the UFC was Jeremy Stephens vs Gilbert Melendez. Stephens repeatedly targeted Melendez's lead leg, leaving a massive baseball-sized lump on his fibula. Even someone as tough as Melendez couldn't handle that kind of damage and broke down in round 3. One of the most well-known uses of the calf kick came at UFC 257 when Dustin Poirier defeated Conor McGregor. After a series of brutal calf kicks, Poirier capitalized with a TKO, leaving McGregor unable to continue. After this battle, they started their series where they fought a third time again, where McGregor also lost to Poirier and insulted his wife afterwards. Fighters in MMA are more front foot heavy to the threat of takedowns, making their lead leg an easy target. Unlike Muay Thai or kickboxing, where fighters tend to move more lightly and check kicks more frequently, MMA stances leave the calf more exposed. Calf kicks also go lower, targeting smaller muscles and sensitive nerves like the sciatic nerve, the longest in the human body. This makes them harder to absorb and also harder to recover from. While traditional low kicks target the high, a well-muscled area that fighters often condition through training. Here we see Jose Aldo, one of the best to do it, smashing low kicks into people. But it's not all upside. The calf kick comes with real risks. Miscalculated distance can lead to your foot or ankle hitting the opponent's knee or shin. You might also accidentally kick the shin instead of the calf, hurting both fighters. Fighters like Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva and Tyrone Spong all suffered several leg breaks from kicks gone wrong. In this video we got Shane from fighttips explaining how to throw the calf kick, how to defend the calf kick, and what opportunities are open if somebody throws the calf kick.
Not much support over there. However, if I turn the blade over and I hit with the blade part of the ruler, it's going to be a lot harder to break and there's a lot more impact. There's a lot more force that's hurting me right here. So we want to apply the same principle to our kicks here in general, especially our calf kicks. I'm also going to be attacking with that sharp blade. So I'm coming across, same like I would any other kick, and I'm making sure I turn that over so I'm hitting with the blade. I'm not hitting with the flat part of my shin. Right here, but let's say Shane times it well, and he's gonna grab exactly and push right through with a strike or a takedown. We don't want that to happen. So one thing I've been doing a lot lately in my last few fights is using this calf kick because I'm not really compromising my position. So notice, I'm staying right here, and even if I'm not taking that step to the outside, even if I'm just staying right here, I don't need to really move much. So if I throw this and slap this kick in, it's going to be a lot harder for Shane to get in on me. So when he throws that kick, all I have to do is kind of just shift back, right? Take a step back, take the target away from him, and just make him miss completely a little bit and turn it out on that 45 degrees. I don't even have to lift my leg up high. In fact, I want to keep it low because the top part of my shin, the tibial tuberosity, is going to do more damage to his foot. There's a bunch of small bones in his foot. So when he throws that kick, if I turn it out, boom, and he makes contact with his foot on my shin, my one large bone.
Now let's cover a few basic defense strategies explained by Justin Gaethje.
Leg.
My knee. So that's, you gotta be able to fucking boom, get there.
You're kind of creating a little angle from that chin.
Yeah, you have to. Boom.
It's like a little rotate, like a rotating a little third.
Boom. Yeah, just the front knee though.
Right.
Like you don't want to turn both too much because then you have to come all the way back. Boom. On my toe. Point your knee. Yeah. So if I go kick you, you are. Boom.
Ah, okay.
Then they'll be like, ah.
Here are 5 tips for the execution of the calf kick. First, commit to the kick. A weak calf kick is more likely to be checked and to hurt you more than your opponent. Second tip, stay within range so your foot hits the target, not the knee. The third tip is keep your hips back. Unlike a traditional Muay Thai low kick, you don't need full hip rotation here, reducing your exposure to counters. The last tip is add a slight angle step before you kick and avoid telegraphing by staring at your target. And of course, wear shin guards during sparring. Calf kicks can cause real injuries, even in training. In the end, we can say the calf kick has become one of MMA's most effective tools. Fast, sneaky and devastating. But like any weapon, it has to be used wisely. Know when to throw it, how to defend it, and most importantly, respect the risk involved. We are First Blood MMA and we hope you all enjoyed our video. Please like, share and subscribe on YouTube. And if you want, you also can follow us on TikTok and on Instagram under First Blood MMA. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.